Hello, Mr. Sankei Kenga. Welcome to Africa 54. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
What is Cool for Schools about?
We're a digital access program that enables university students to get access to devices and tools such as laptops that they may otherwise not be able to afford it. We are kind of breaking down a major problem of access by enabling these students to more or less bridge this gap.
How do you get these laptops? Do you have like funding? Do you use your own resources to buy these laptops for schools?
If you provide this on your own, it becomes very expensive. But if you bring partners on board to solve this particular problem, it becomes much easier. We bring together manufacturers who give us subsidized devices, and that's the likes of Microsoft, Dell, Lenovo, etc. And we bring in banks, like Stanbic Bank is one of our partners here. And now the local universities who are pretty much our customers. You're able to offer these students this device almost like a loan. So it makes it cheaper for a parent to afford and pay for it over the period of time the students are in school for.
Now that the schools are closed as a result of COVID-19, how has this impacted your program?
It's impacted us in a big way, because you can imagine now you're trying to solve a problem for students who are not in school. Like, for example, these terms repayments have become very difficult. Some of the parents who had picked up the laptop, they're just saying, you need to give us a bit of time to see how to put these resources together. And obviously that has an impact on our cash flow in some ways. We've had to put quite a number of our staff on leave, just because, there's really nothing much to do. On the other hand, it is also kind of presented us with some kind of opportunities in that the distance learning has become something that most of now the universities are embracing. It's a very tough environment, especially for parents, because they have to figure out quite a bit. You can imagine if you're not a tech-savvy parent and you're being asked to download this particular app, or you need to have these minimum specifications for a particular hardware device for your child to be able to get through this e-learning experience. It's a new normal that I think we are all trying to embrace. In some respect, of course, it has meant that I've had to deal with parents on one-on-one basis. So being able to, it's a very interesting learning experience. There's a lot that we're learning through these challenges, and I believe we'll come out of it a bit more stronger.
How about in the context of people not having internet? How are you serving those people?
We've managed to kind of get into partnership with some of our telcos to provide subsidized internet bundles. One of the greatest advantages in being in Kenya is connectivity. Kenya, I think, has among the best connectivity in Africa, if I'm not wrong. We are partnering right now with Telecom Kenya. And what we've done is that as opposed to the typical commercial bundle that you would buy for a certain particular price, we subsidize it for you. So that's how we've tried to bridge that gap. So I think it's kind of brought a bit of innovation in a sense, because now everybody has been forced to work in this new normal.
Speaking about innovation, are people coming up with great ideas that geared towards solving some of these pressing challenges that we see as a result of COVID-19?
I have seen amazing, a lot of amazing innovations, especially to do with hygiene, like places to go wash your hands, and you can see that yes, we may not have the first world country resources, but we are very ingenious in how we go about solving our problems. Like you've seen, suddenly we are able to produce our own PPE materials, something that we thought we have to import. I think in a way this has been a blessing in disguise.
Mr. Kenga, I love your optimism. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.